We've got our flash flood warnings in effect right now. Again, to Liberty County, many counties still with areas with flash flood warnings, including even now a flash flood warning into parts of Kansas, into Finney, and also into Kearney counties as well. So big-time problems persist across the U.S. with flooding in a couple of spots. The main area, though, continues to be into Texas, Louisiana, and into little bits of Mississippi. Still, rainfall continues to scoot in. The actual center of circulation of our system that at one point was Tropical Storm Allison just a few days ago, now north of Houston, north of downtown Houston by about 40 miles or so. Looks like it's quite a bit north of Houston, but heavy rain continues to come in. Again, most of that rainfall has been, too, also north of us. But some showers kind of scooting in. The overall flow works to drag in more moisture, and we're just dumping a lot of rain. This is a radar estimate. Heavy, quite a bit still, Louisiana, and a bit north of Houston. Look at some of the totals, though. Baton Rouge, over 15.5. That's just amazing. Close to a foot for Lafayette, Slidell, about 10.5 there. Around Hobby Airport, quite a bit more around Hobby than what we saw Intercontinental. On Patterson, a bit over 9, almost 8.5 toward New Orleans. Even Beaumont, Texas, close to 5.75. Huntsville, over 8. And rainfall continues to come in. Now, Metro Houston, a few showers north of town now. A little wet weather, even a few storms of note. A bit to our north, a little thunder here and there. Some showers near Galveston, but very wet.
Things have a tendency to be more threatening at night simply because you don't have the visibility. We do have a lot of floodwaters, though. The numbers continue to be added on to. Certainly, one of the hard-hit areas, the southeastern vicinity of Houston, over 20 inches of rainfall. We've been looking also at more rain moving into Lafayette, Louisiana, so this number has been added on to over 15 inches of rainfall. Cannot name them all. We don't even have all the numbers in just yet, but still, things have gotten a little bit better for some, a little worse for others. In Beaumont, Texas, still seeing the rain come in this area, getting close to 10 inches now. Taking a look at the regional radar for the southeast area of Texas. Notice that we're still seeing rain showers across the Beaumont, Texas area. They're not as plentiful as they were earlier, but we have seen a little more redevelopment. Let's zoom in right here across the Houston area. If you're headed out, look at this. From LaPorte just to the southeast area around Pasadena, we're beginning to see a little more rain shower activity. Now, certainly we're not going to concern ourselves with seeing 3 or 4 more inches of rainfall with just light to moderate rain showers in the area, but this is going to prolong the drainage problem, and that's what's really happening here. Let's go to the watch area. It's not so much because we're concerned about wind. The winds occasionally have been gusting up around 20 miles per hour in the last hour. That's about it. The wind has not been a factor. What's been a factor is the rain comes down in the same area. It's gotten saturated. We've been seeing trees fall over. We've been seeing our ground tunnels, our ground cables, our ground electricity network flooded out. If you're trying to do some traveling, this is what it looked like earlier today in the Houston area. This is what you need: a boat, or either one of those high-terrain vehicles, one way up off the ground. Otherwise, travel is virtually impossible. Again, 17,000 people have been moved out of their homes, either voluntarily or just pushed out by the water. So we've got some big problems here over the course of tonight, in addition to not having electricity. Roads still, a lot of them closed, especially secondary roads, but even parts of Interstate 45, Interstate 10 still under floodwaters. Extended flood warnings were issued for Harris County as well as Galveston. So you get the idea. It's a serious situation, a crisis for many of us. And not being able to phone somebody and say, hey, I'm in trouble, or hey, you know, are you okay? That's a little scary, but there's not a lot that can be done overnight tonight. And we do remind you that travel is not advisable. So we hope that you made a decision to get yourself through the next 6 to 12 hours over the course of tonight. It's not a pretty picture. Looking at the bigger picture, we do have a tropical area.